Alright, this video homework assignment will be about connotation and denotation. By the end of the video, you'll understand the difference between denotative and connotative meanings. As usual, write notes down, and when you see the pencil, use the rule of 5 and pause as often as you need to. Alright, let's start with denotative meanings. This is the literal or actual meaning of a word. It's the definition you'd find in the dictionary. While many words may have similar denotative meanings, they may have different connotative meanings. Now, to kind of back up a little bit here, think of word meanings as this. Your denotative meaning is going to be on the surface, whereas below the surface there's a whole world of meaning that comes from connotation. So let's dive in. The connotative meaning of a word is the feeling or idea that the word creates or is associated with. And there can be two kinds of connotative meaning, personal and general or cultural. Let's take a look at personal connotation. Personal connotation is the image or emotion a word creates for you or for any one individual. For example, take the word cats. Literally, or denotatively, they mean small domestic animal with fur. However, one person's personal connotation of cats may be that they are playful, graceful, noble, and soft. However, somebody else may have a different connotation for cats. They may see them as spiteful, stealthy, proud, and hairy. Two very different views of the same word. Now, general or cultural connotations is the image or the emotion a word creates for a group of people. This group could be based on place, culture, or in some cases, time. For example, take the beard. Back in the day, a beard represented a proper older gentleman. If you look at the 1960s, beard meant the unshaven hippie. And today, some people might associate beards with really cool science teachers. See any that are familiar? Words will also have positive and could have positive or negative connotations. So if you take two words that have similar denotative meanings, meaning that they are synonyms, they could have different connotative meanings. So in your notes, I want you to use a Venn diagram or a compare and contrast brain frame, whatever works for you, to compare and contrast the words notice and spy. Pause, take a minute to do that. Okay. So you should have your brain frame that has, or Venn diagram, where you have what's different and what's similar about these two words. Let's look at it in more detail. So to notice and to spy both have the similar denotative meanings, meaning that they have that idea of observing or seeing something. However, notice is more like you happen to notice something. It might be accidental. There's nothing purposeful about it. You notice the sign in the window. You weren't really looking for it, but you did happen to see it. Spy, on the other hand, has more sneaky connotations. To spy means that you are observing on purpose and maybe from the shadows. I spied the sign in the window. Quickly, try not to be spotted, and maybe having to hide to do so. Cheap and inexpensive are like this too. Something that's considered cheap means that doesn't have a lot of value, and it may not last very long. It may break quickly. Whereas something that is inexpensive simply means it didn't cost as much as it might have, and good job for you for getting a great bargain. So when we look at words and we talk about what they mean, we want to unpack them. Meaning first we want to identify what is the denotative meaning. What does it actually mean? So for example, what does home actually mean? Well, it's a location in which one lives. The second step then is to consider what are the connotations of this word. What ideas does the word invoke? What associations do you think of? What connections do you make? And what does the word remind you of? So if, again, with home, home might have the connotation of family and loved ones, or one feels super comfortable. And that quotation, home is where the heart is. So let's have you do some examples and practice with this. So on your note page, you're going to take 3 of the following 4 words. If you want to do all 4, that's fine. You're going to write down the denotative and the connotative meanings and put a plus if it's something that has a positive connotation for you and a minus to show that it maybe has a negative connotation for you. And you're welcome to add little drawings or pictures to illustrate your ideas. Before you pause, let's look at another example, and then we'll come back to this list and you can pause and do the work. So here's another example. The denotative meaning of a video game is that it's a game played using an electronic gaming system where the person uses a controller to manipulate the actions on screen to achieve the game's purpose. Sounds about as exciting as any dictionary definition would be. Whereas the possible connotations, both positive and negative, might be, someone may think video games and think, waste of time, or they may hear the word video games and get excited and feel a sense of a challenge. Some people may not have any sort of feeling towards it. It's just something that their brother does. Okay, so go back to your notes and take 3 of those 4 words and record the denotative and the connotative meanings. Make sure to pause. All right, so let's ask that question. So what? Why do we care if there are both denotative and connotative meanings? Well, because connotative allows the writer to include so many more layers of meaning, it's important to consider the author's word choice. Why did the author choose one particular word versus another? What connotations are layered into the language? When you're writing, you have to consider the connotations of the words that you use. This applies to speaking as well. You have to understand that these words are going to have emotions or images or ideas attached to them, both for you and the people you are communicating with. And so it's important to take that into consideration before you just plop a word into what you're writing. All right, so you have finished watching. Your last steps are, of course, to make sure that your note page gets submitted to Scooge, make sure they're complete, go back and add anything, do your summary and write your hot question on your notes, and then in class, when you're given time, you can fill out the digital whisk. That's all, folks.